All right, Shalom. Before I get started, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Secondly, we want to give double honors to the elders apostles, great millstone, rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. Also, like to give another shout out to the head of the Man in Israel camp, Ak Chazat, whom I teach under down here in Greenville, South Carolina. Also, like to give another shout out to Yishasir Akim, you brothers out there that's pushing this truth in all sincerity and righteousness in these last days. And I also like to give another shout out to you Israelite foreigners, who's looking like the other heathen nations causing confusion, coming back to your heritage in these last days. And another quick shout out to you few outwatch, you sisters out there that stand in order and doing what y'all need to do in these last days. All right, to y'all like to say shalom. All right, now coming back through the spirit and power, how about Shem Shah with another lesson. The lesson I'm going to go into is basically, all right, the Lord, the Lord flooded the earth the Lord first death was by water, but guess what? The second death ain't gonna be by a flood of water. It's gonna be by thermonuclear fire, man, and also with the chariots, man. All right, so that second death is gonna be by fire this time, man. All right, it's not gonna be by water. It's not gonna be by a great flood. All right, that's why the Lord gave us the rainbow. All right, that's why when you look up in the sky and when it rains, sometimes you might see a rainbow. You know, on a beautiful day, or sometimes on a cloudy day, you'll see a rainbow. All right, that's the Lord basically saying that He's not gonna flood the earth again by flood, by water. You know, that was the covenant that He gave us. You know, for all man, really. You know, but yeah. So I want to get some scriptures basically going into, you know, that second death is gonna be by fire, man. All right. So the first precept we're gonna kick it off with is in Genesis, actually, because I want to get how the Lord, you know, flooded the earth, you know, by water. All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, and we'll start at verse 17. And behold, I, even now, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth should die. All right, and it's not literally talking about everything that's in the earth. It's talking about all the land creatures, man, because a shark wasn't going to die, a fish wasn't going to die. It's talking all the things that you know, that live on land that was going to die, for the simple ones out there. Genesis 6 and 18. But with thee will I establish my covenant, talking to Noah. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark. And they found that ark. Actually, they found evidence in that ark in the land of Turkey. You know, you can look that up on your own time. You know, and that is just showing you more proof that the Bible and the prophecies that was written in the scriptures are true. They're faithful. Like the Lord said, His word's not going to come back to Him void. But it says, but with thee will I establish. Salaki, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I ain't even went to sleep yet. The Spirit just had me, you know, go ahead and do the video. But it says, but with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wives, and thy sons' wives with thee. So Noah and his wife was saved, and Noah and his 3 sons, which is Noah's 3 sons, was Japheth, Shem, and Ham. All right. And you know, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we come out of the loins of Shem. All right. But yeah, it says, but with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wives, and thy wives, and thy sons' wives with thee. So, like I said, Noah and his wife, and then you had Noah and his 3 sons, and their wives will say, and that's a total of what, 8 people. You see, that was saved. And through them, the world was repopulated. You know, Genesis 6 and 19. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort, should thou bring into the ark to keep them alive with thee. They should be male and female, showing you right there that you need a male and a female to reproduce. Why the Lord didn't say just bring 2 girls or 2 boys? Because the Lord didn't created it to be that way. He created a male and a female to be together, you know, to bring forth children, man, kids. You see, so that's a precept you can use right there, showing you that it takes a man and a woman, you know, to bring forth the baby. And they know that. But that just goes to show you that the Lord ain't with that nasty people community, because if that was the case, he would have just told Noah to just bring 2 male or 2 female in the boat. But no, he said get 2 of everything, a male and a female. You see, so for example, Noah probably had Slakia. But like I was saying, Noah probably grabbed 2 roaches, a male roach and a female roach, or he grabbed, an ant, a female ant and a male ant, things like that. You see, or a squirrel, But it says, verse 20, of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, to every sort should come unto thee to keep them alive, and take down unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. Thus did Noah according to all that Yahweh commanded him, so did he. So Noah, he was saved off his works, man. He obeyed what the Lord told him to do, so he won't have to see that flood. And that's what we telling y'all to do. We telling y'all to repent and to turn back, so y'all won't have to see that fire. Like the Lord said, we in the times of Noah's all over again. But the only difference is, it's not going to be about water. It's going to be about what? Fire. So I'm gonna get the book of 2 Peter. I know the brother Aliyah watching. This is his favorite. This is his favorite book, and this is one of his favorite verses. 2 Peter's, I believe it. Yeah, 2 Peter's chapter, I believe it's 3. Yeah, 2 Peter's chapter 3 and verse we'll start at verse we'll start at verse 9. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9 says, the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is not slight concerning his promises. And what is his promises? His promises, are written in the book of Romans, the 9th chapter. Those some of the promises, right? The new covenant that was promised unto us, right? Well, that's in Romans 9th chapter as well, but you can get that book as well. Romans 9th chapter tell you our promises. He promised us to deliver us out of Babylon, which is America, right? But it says the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is not slight concerning his promises, as some man count slightness, but is long suffering to us, we're not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. You see, the Lord don't want you so-called niggas and Spanish to die, but guess what? He understands that y'all not gonna listen to take heed. So guess what? Y'all niggas gonna have to burn in that fire, man. It's gonna be burning with brimstone, man. It says, but it's long. So see, the Lord is long suffering with you 2/3 niggas, man. He giving y'all mercy, giving y'all time. He gave y'all liberty. And y'all niggas, what y'all doing with the liberty? Despising it. You see, that's what's wrong with his people, man. But it says, but it's long suffering to us, we're not willing that any should perish. You see, he don't want none of you 2/3 niggas to perish, but the way y'all going, the route y'all taking, hey man, y'all just got to perish on this side. But the good news is y'all will be born back in the kingdom through the loans of the elect. But it says 2 Peter 3 and 10, but the day of the Lord Yahweh Shah will come as a thief in the night. You see, the Lord Yahweh Shah is gonna come as a thief in the night. All right, because you don't know when a thief gonna come. All right, they can catch you off guard, or you might be able to catch them off guard at night, but for the most part, they're gonna catch your ass off guard, man. But it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein should be burnt up. You see, the Lord said the elements should melt with fervent heat. You see, the elements are talking about the firmament, right? That's gonna be burnt up. So that's showing that's a scream heat that we dealing with, that we talking about, man. And you niggas want to be in that? I know damn sure I don't want to be in there. It's already hot just being in the sun. So just imagine how hot it's going to be, when the Lord bring forth, those chariots and have these other countries shoot these ICBM missiles. Just imagine how hot it's going to be, man. That's something to think about and consider. But it says, the earth also and the works that are therein should be burnt up. You see, so everything in this land of America is going to be burnt up. Thus said the Lord, man. It's like you. I can get verse 11 too. Seeing then that all these things should be dissolved. You see, like I said, everything in America is going to be dissolved. That's why when you read the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, it tells you that this place is going to be a desert, man. You know, it's going to be nothing but unclean creatures dwelling in this place. Like I said, Isaiah 13, the last couple verses in that chapter. But it says, verse 11, seeing then that all these things should be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be? You see, so the Lord is saying, how should you conduct yourselves in these days? It says, what manner of person are ye to be? In all, I said all. It's like, it says, what manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness, man? And when you go into that word conversations, it pretty much means, you know, the manner of life. We can get it right quick, 2 Peter's. But it means, you know, the manner of life, you know. 2 Peter's 3. In verse 11. Yep. It says manner of life, conduct, behavior, deportment. You see, the way you conduct yourself, the way you carry yourself, because you gotta understand, we are Hebrew Israelites. We gotta carry ourselves in the spirit of Yahweh Shah, man. We can't be just, you know, just doing stupid ass shit, man, to get the ministry blamed. You see? So it says, let me read it again, 2 Peter 3 and 11. Seeing then that all these things should be dissolved, what manner of person are you to be in all holy conversations and godliness, man? You know? So, hey, man. It's a lot here, man. You know, I'm kind of tired, man. But we're going to get this lesson out. But like I was about to get ready to say is, you know, the Lord is about to get ready to crack that firmament, man. You know, have those, you know, that heat crack the firmament, man. You know? So let's go to the book of Job. I mean, not Job, Jeremiah. Wait, is it in Jeremiah? No, it's in Isaiah, matter of fact. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Yeah, because when you look at those ancient wars, you know, how were they fighting? It was on horses, you know, with swords in their hand, while they screaming at each other while they charging at each other, man. You know, that's how they was having the old wars, man, back then. So it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But but this should be with burning and fuel of fire. You see? Talking about World War III. You see? The land of America is going to be what? Should be burning and fuel of fire. So this place is going to be on fire. Thus said the Lord, man. You know, the Lord said he wasn't going to, you know, flood the earth no more. He going to, what? Burn that fire. All right? And that fire ain't going to be no joke, man. So if you ain't got no AC... I mean, if the Lord ain't dealing with you, hey man, you ain't gonna have no AC. The AC represent the chariot, man. You know, because we looking to be saved out of that heat, man. You know, we don't want no parts of that, man, at all. Like I said, man, if you can't take the heat, if you barely taking the heat, wherever you may be, how much more when the Lord come back, you know, and run to his anger, man? That's something to think about and consider, man. You know, that's really something to consider because, like I said, man, it's going to be very hot when those missiles get let loose. And like I said, right on top of the chariots, on top of that, man. So this place is going to be overkill, man. You know? It's a precept I was thinking of. Slakia, bear with me 1 second. Fuck. It left my damn head, man. Really, I can get this. Revelation 17. All right, Revelation 17. We'll start at verse. believe it's in 17. Bear me 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Revelation 17 and verse 16. Wait a minute. Yeah. Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. All right. It says the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, represents the EU, NATO and the EU, right? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Who's the whore? The whore represents America, man. All right. So it says in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, right? Because they're gonna pretty much portray America, man. All right. They're gonna hate the whore for whatever cause, man. Really, it's gonna be the Lord that put the spirit on them to do it, but it's gonna be a reason why. They might want payback for what America did into them back in the day. We don't know, but it's gonna be a time where they're gonna portray America, man. So that's why I say in the 10 horns, which thou sawest upon the beast, because right now, the 10 horns, the beast system is working with this whore, man. So it's about to come a time, like I said, NATO and the EU is finna leave America, man. But it says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. You see, so these other nations is about to get ready, to shoot them missiles over here to the land of America and burn this place up with fervent heat, man. You see, and even that's the priest. It just came back to mind. And even Yahweh Shah is gonna come back with his chariots and run his anger, man. You see, so not only do you got thermonuclear warheads that's about to hit this place, which is gonna be over 200. Well, it's gonna be exactly 200 million, warheads that's gonna hit this place known as America, man. And then, like I said, you got the chariots on top of that. So that's overkill that the Lord is bringing, man. Like I was telling the Ak, the Akim, really, I think I told like 2 brothers. I was like, shit, man, I would go through the flood again before, if I was, in the flood. But Lord willing, I wasn't, But I told the brother, man, I would have got down, hit the flood, man, than the fucking fire, That's just me, But we'll end it with this. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh Shem will come with fire. You see, the Lord is going to come with fire. It says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh Shem will come with fire, and with his chariots, and the chariots represents the what? The so-called UFOs, who the word eagerly calls UFOs, man. All right. It says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh Shem will come with fire, and with his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebukes with flames of fire. You see? So not only the Lord is about to have these other nations shoot off missiles, but the Lord himself is finna come down and render his anger with fury and rebuke and with flames of fire, man. So even the Lord and those chariots about to burn fire, man. And we know they can get that fire hotter than, what Esau making, man. That heat that Esau making, man. We know the Lord could turn it up even way higher than that, Isaiah 66 and verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh Shah plead with all flesh, and the sling of the Lord Yahweh Shah should be many. You see, the Lord said, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And when you go into that word plead, it means to judge. So the Lord's is about to get ready to judge you Jakes, man. You see? And not only you Jakes, but you Edomites, the rest of you other heathen nations. But Jake gonna get it first, because like the Lord said in 1 Peter, I believe that's 1 Peter 4 and 17, that judgment must begin at the house of God. You see, so judgment is gonna start with you niggas, but it's also gonna get down to you Edomites and the rest of you other heathen nations. Right? And not the heathen, Esau represents, the Edomites, man, today. So it says, that's pretty much all I had on that. So, yep. The Lord's about to get ready to come with that fire, man. All right. Like I said, we in the days of Noah all over again. The only difference is what I was about to say. It's not going to be about flood. It's going to be by fire, thermonuclear fire, and also with the chariots of Yahweh Shah, man. All right, so Lord, when this little video was edifying, and we'll close out with giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Shalom to the next time. Shalom.